This tool is pretty darn amazing because very rarely do we get such a gift from the IRS.
If I told you there's a bank account that's tax deductible going in, grows tax-free inside, and you can spend it tax-free later, you'd think it's illegal, but it's not. It's called a health savings account, or an HSA, and hands down one of the most powerful wealth tools nobody talks about. You can actually contribute $4,150 a year if you're single, and $8,300 as a family in 2024. The money rolls over every year, no use it or lose it, panic like an FSA. You can invest the balance into mutual funds and stocks once you reach a minimum balance, usually around $1,000. After age 65, you can use it for any expense, not just healthcare, just like a traditional retirement account. I started maxing out my HSA 6 years ago. Today it's worth almost $30,000, and that's without even tapping it for minor medical stuff. If you pay small medical bills out of pocket now and save the receipts, you can pull the money out tax-free years later. You're literally building a second retirement account that the IRS can't touch.
I would love to hear from you, letting me know in the comments whether or not you're taking advantage of this amazing tool. Why should you? This tool is pretty darn amazing because very rarely do we get such a gift from the IRS where you can open up an account and get a tax deduction for putting dollars in, allow those to grow tax deferred inside of the account, and get access to those dollars tax-free in the future. How do we get this type of account? First, we must have a high deductible health insurance plan before we're even allowed to open a health savings account. What is a high deductible health insurance plan? If you're an individual, your individual insurance deductible needs to be at least $1,650 per year. If you're a family in that health insurance plan, well, the family's health deductible needs to be at least $3,300 per year in 2025. Now, how do you put dollars in? Again, there's limits. In 2025, as an individual, you're allowed to put in up to $4,300. And if you are a family, up to $8,550. This particular plan is also pretty beneficial because even though what was talked about in the post is accurate, meaning after the age of 65, you can use these resources pretty much for anything you want, that's only partly true. You can use them without penalty, but if you do use any dollars, regardless of when, even after turning 65, if you use them for non-qualified medical expenses or anything else other than qualified medical expenses, you're going to owe income tax. So just be aware of that. But there is a way to still get access to those dollars and not necessarily spend those dollars in the future on medical expenses by simply just keeping and retaining your receipts for all of the medical expenses you do pay out of pocket. So long as those expenses occurred after establishing the plan, you can reimburse yourself at any time in the future and use those reimbursed dollars however you want.